What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I am very excited, you guys, because I got SID for you today. SID, yes, you heard me, SID, SID, Shaddoll, Invoked, Dogmatika, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have, I basically put a hint of this on Instagram. My Instagram link is in the description box below. Um, talking about this lovely beast of a monster here. The lovely L Shaddoll Construct. Um, I had an epiphany a few weeks ago, and I said, you know what, just start getting the rest of the stuff. As I did, because invocations are cheap right now. Reprints of Dogmatika is doing good right now. The only thing I don't have physically is my Nadir Serpent. And some people are going to probably ask, well, where's, this build isn't running. We see the Verde Anaconda, but it's not in the main deck. Yeah, it's not in the main deck because I'm not using it. I'm not using, you know, what is it? The Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer, and I'm not using um what's that card's name? Red Eyes Dragoon. I'm not using either of those because A, can't afford them. B, I do have all the other support cards. Actually, I just have, yeah, because do I have? I have Dashers. I just remember that. I have Dasher. I have Celestial. But I have what Red Eyes. I have Dark Magician. I have Red Eyes Fusions. Just don't have the Fusion monsters. And yeah, they're really good cards. But really good cards don't, make the deck when the deck still needs to function. So this deck's going to be functioning, and this is my functioning build. So if anything, I really do enjoy the fact of what it does. In the more, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it acid, or I'm gonna just do pure Shaddoll, or I can do, should invoke Dogmatika, or I can do Shaddoll Dogmatika, or Shaddoll invoked, split it around. But I think just as a combination deck, it did pretty well, and it's still play it here and there, just because I love fusion. Fusion is such a fun thing. If anything, if I didn't run a deck that focused on that heavily focused on Link and Exceed Summoning, Fusion would probably be the next thing because I like how Fusion monsters work. Uh, Heroes are more so of a thing that they have like I have to do a lot of work on heroes, but with Shaddolls, I really don't have to do that much. And kind of just part of the reason why I still enjoy playing Shaddolls. So while I have jumped through my nostalgia hoop, I got a couple of replays for you guys, and I'm also going to show off the deck itself. So why don't we go ahead, we go through the deck, and then we'll go through the replays. So, for the main deck, 2 copies of Shaddoll Skalmata, 2 copies of Shaddoll Windy, 1 copy of Beast, Dragon, Hedgehog, and Falco. For the Dogmatika, for the Dogmatika, we're starting off with Fleur de Lis, Maximus, and 2 copies of Ecclesia. Then for the Invoke, the only main deck monster is 3 copies of Alistar the Invoker. 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, and 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Rounding off my monsters. For my spells, 3 copies, not 2. 3 copies of Magical Meltdown, 2 copies of Invocation, 1 copy of Terraforming to search for that Magical Meltdown, 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion, 2 copies of L Shaddoll Fusion, 2 copies of Super Polymerization, and 3 copies of Nadir Servant. Then 2 copies of Dogmatika Punishment with 1 copy of Shaddoll Schism to round the traps out. For the extra deck, 3 copies of my girl Shaddoll Construct, 2 copies of Shaddoll Winda, 2 copies of Shaddoll Invoke Mechaba, 1 copy of Purgatorio, 1 copy of Raijin, 1 copy of Alagusto, and then 1 copy of Titanaclad, the Ash Dragon, 2 copies of Elder Entity Nest, 1 copy of Linkuriboh, and 1 copy of Salamangreat Outmirage. So yeah, that's basically much the gist of the main and the extra deck. Of course, down here is all those little fun staples and stuff. Fusion can be anything. Fusion has many possibilities. and siding in and out cards to support your deck is viable. With that said, with super polymerization, it opens up the worlds to cards like Mud Dragon of the Swamp and Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Because A, this monster only needs darks. The other takes monsters of the same attribute but different type. So you can work around with cards like Alistar the Invoker and Shaddoll Skamata. Um, which is really cool. The Thousand Eyes Restrict is just an extender thanks to cards like Instant Fusion. Um, Clear ways to deal with cards that annoy you with effects. Of course, we have Forbidden Chalice, Dark Ruler No More, Forbidden Droplet. For some weird reason, I've seen people play Pot of Prosperity. It's something I would not recommend only because you kind of need your extra deck. But players' preference to that, as well as those who are playing. Actually, no, I would recommend this only if it was cheaper. The triple tactics talent, just as a way to combat your opponent if they're playing hand traps. So if you lose something, you can just try to draw into some more support cards for yourself. And then of course the Verde Anaconda, but like I said, this version doesn't have those monsters or spells and traps to support it. But if you did want to run it in, you're more than welcome to, because at least speeds up your process of getting to a lot of your cards for fusion. But I don't know if it specifically works for well, no, it would. Uh, yeah, I think it should. Which, well, of course it would. It should all. So yeah. All right. Why don't we go ahead? Why don't we take a look at? I want to save it, and then why don't we go ahead and look at the replays? It's only a few replays because it's been very difficult to find stuff to play people with. So first off, random 60 card Lightsworn deck. Very random. Like, I'm looking at this. It's very 60 cards. It's very Lightsworn. It's got a couple Perform Mages in there for some defensive. But yeah, it's Lightsworn. It's got its zombies. It's got its Perform Mages. And it's trying to do all the things that Lightsworn used to do that was good. You know, mill and such and summon. So starting off, I think I go first. Yeah, I go first. I summon the Alistar the Invoked. I go for, of course, grabbing Invocation, activate Invocation, and I go for. Here's the crazy thing. I didn't know about this. Invocation can go for any fusion monster from your extra deck, but if you use an Invoked, its properties are different. So instead of going for an Invoked monster, I actually played around with my food a little bit. I summoned the construct off of the invocation. I activate Falco that goes such a summon itself. I send Beast to the graveyard with um, with Lady Construct. I set the El Shaddoll fusion, and then I go for Nadir Servant so that I can go get Dogmatika Ecclesia. Then I send Titanic-clad to the graveyard. So during my turn, I'm going to also go get Dogmatika Punishment. And then in phase, Lad is going to help me put Flaudelise on the field. So as you can tell, I got some pretty depth on the field setup going for myself. Not to mention, I got this El Shaddoll Fusion, just in case I ran into something stupid. And I can make Winda. So my opponent goes for their turn. They play Charge of Light Brigade, and I see all these monsters in the extra deck. They go for the Hat Tricker. I force out into the Winda to force basically the rare occasion of special summon. They go for Minerva. I pop Minerva. Minerva tries to pop both Winda and Construct. She pops the Construct. I mean, they pop the Construct, but Winda is unaffected. So at that point, I think I retrieved the El Shaddoll fusion and I drew. No, I searched with Hedgehog to go get the Rishadal Wendy. So on my turn, I go activate. I go get this guy. I go and get you should remember this monster's name. I go get Alistar. So something stupid happens. I activate my monster's effect. I swing, and no, I'm thinking of the wrong duel. But no, I swing with Winda, Dog, Ecclesia, and I swing in Flaudelise for the least to give him an Ecclesia the additional attack, and then I swing with Winda, and then I drop the Invoke the Alistar. Blue Eyes is the duel I'm thinking of. So Blue Eyes, another deck did not think I'd see coming. But now I remember they just got some new support cards for like dragons that are level 8. So yeah. I go for the window, I set up the Falco, I draw off the beast. I think I'm sitting pretty good at this point. They summon the um Blue Eyes alternative. Blue Eyes forgets that window can't be affected. Window can be destroyed by my opponent's card effect. I think she just can't. Yeah, can be destroyed by card effect. So I summoned the Fleur de Lis only because of I'm reading this monster's effect, but not I never get a chance to negate because I think it has to happen on my turn, and I have to control another Dogmatika monster. So because I didn't control another Dogmatika monster, it's got no void. So at that point, I draw into the Magical Meltdown. I go, I search for Alistar, the Invoke, and then I go for Shaddoll Fusion. I send Beast. I send Fleur-de-Lis. I pop my Magical Meltdown because I'm smart, and I activate Winda. So Winda sends Skalmata. Skalmata sends Hedgehog. Hedgehog goes and searches for Winda. I swing with Construct to get rid of the Blue Eyes, and then I swing with Windy. So Wendy's still on the field. Construct's still looking pretty. Summons another dragon. I activate Invoker to give Winda more attack. Yeah, and then my opponent loses their dragon. So it's my turn. I played in the Deer. No, I flipped so I can go get the beast. I activate Nadir's Servant so I can go and send Nest so I can destroy the monster. And then I go and get my girl Elshad. I go get my girl Ecclesia. So and then I just start poking at my opponent. Because that was, I really didn't fear the back row. What was there to fear? And my opponent can only touch something once a turn. So was yeah, really didn't have nothing to worry about. Cyber Style. Cyber Style is next. It's Cyber Dragon and Cyber Darks and all of that. So let's swap. My opponent goes first. They summon the Cyber Core. I negate with Ash Blossom. They set the Impermanence and they set the Cyber Dark Invasion. I summon the Skalmata, swinging at the core because as you can tell, my hand was not fusion ready. So they try to use the Cyber Dark Claw. I activate Ash Blossom. That kind of backfires on me because they use Claw's effect in the grave. They go for the Rampage Dragon to take out my Skalmata. And I draw and go for set Windy. So they go for the cannon. Cannon searches for Keel. No, for Horn. Horn attaches cannon. Impact activates, trying destroying Winda. Winda triggers. I go get Beast. So Beast is summoned. They play Cyber Emergency to go get Core. I flip Beast, draw 2, discard 1, sending Falcon to the graveyard. Fun fact, I didn't remember that Horn had only Hanger attack. So yeah, I was just thinking just summon something. So I go for the Super Poly to get my Falcon out of dodge so I can go get my Beast. I summon Winda to get rid of it and to get rid of Rampage Dragon. I play Nadir Servant to go get Ecclesia. And Nest to destroy the face down card. I go get Ecclesia to go get Punishment. I swing with Winda. They go get Core to protect Horn or to do something with Horn. So basically, Cannon can send something graveyard. So I'm sitting on my cards. I'm not too worried. They activate the Cyber Dark World. Cyber Dark World activates. They summon the Cyber Dark Edge. They have Edge attach Cannon to itself. Cannon tries to destroy Winda. Winda can't be destroyed. So it was basically a whole bunch of nothing that they could do. And not only that, they wasted the one special summon they had for the turn. And they tried to kill Winda. Yeah. Tellarknight. Old school Tellarknight versus Shaddoll. You know how those days went. They play I play the Magical Window and they activate the Ash Blossom. I go for the Ecclesia and set the Dogmatika Punishment, the Super Poly, and the Shaddoll Schism. I activate the Ash Blossom to negate Unicult. I keep calling it unicoli. Um, yeah, it's unicoli, and then unicoli. So I go to punishment. I send to channel lad. I go to summon for the lease. I got for the lease. I got ecclesia. And here's the thing. Someone in the comment section, please tell me what the hell is going on. Because I know during the main phase, if a monster special summon from the extra deck and I special summon this card, I can. And then if I control another Dogmatika monster, I can negate the effects of a face-up card in the field. Why did that not trigger to negate Altair? Because I'm meeting all the conditions. That could have stopped Altair to stop getting Unicoli. Then Unicoli could have been stopped to sending cards from the deck to graveyard. Which would have made this a whole lot shorter. But I don't know. Nothing. You EDO Pro, fix your stuff. Anyway. They was playing Mystic Mind. An anti-spell? Yeah, they was trying to make sure. Yeah, and of course, yeah, this is just, Anyway, so they have to shuffle now because I just thought about that. I'm getting rid of their stuff. They go for the Tornado Dragon to get rid of my back row. I activate another Magical Meltdown. They go for, what is it? They go for the Imperial Order. I swing with the, um, I'm swinging thinking I'm going to get some more attack strength out of the for the least, but they tricked me. They go for Imperial Order to stop my field spell, and then they had to strike to negate. So I go ahead, I swing with Ecclesia to destroy what is actually the face down Altair that was searched. Then it goes and gets the Neb, and the Neb adds another Altair. So Altair activates itself. It's going to go and search for Unicoli. Unicoli activates its effect to set up for the hand. Then they make Deneb. No, they Travere to bounce everything back. Travere becomes Diamond after sending Meltdown to the graveyard. Activate the effects of my invocation. I go get Construct. Construct sends Wendy. Wendy goes and sets Beast. I swing with them. I activate Construct, Wendy, and Beast. Wendy to get back. No, Construct to get back this. Wendy's on the field, swinging again, and I go for game. Because, okay, this is how it ended up playing out. Because I'm going to Super Poly to force my opponent's hand. I knew they had the call, but I didn't know about the strike. So I knew basically I wanted to have full control and didn't expect them to. No, I concurred that they were going to summon something to think that they, false sense of security. Oh, you don't have anything strong enough. You don't know. I just drew the Alistar. I can dump the Alistar to get rid of um, that monster. And then last but not least is the witchcraft. Yeah, I took on the witchcraft. This is actually a very short duel itself. They activate the effects of the magician's soul. I activate Ash also to negate it. They go for the Link Karibo. They set the effects of basically they go for their girl Madame Vare in defense. I go for the invocation to drop construct, and my opponent scooped. My opponent just did not want to mess with me. So yeah, and that's something too because I keep forgetting. Invocation can fusion summon any fusion monster. It just gains its additional benefits if I use the effects of and if I summon an invoke monster, using invoke monster for the fusion summon. So yeah, that's basically it. For the video. It only took so long because I had replays and I had a lot to say about my replays. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Um, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Um, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoy the replay of should Sid. And hopefully Sid will be here to stay later on as time goes. So don't forget to hit me up on social media. Those links are in the description box below. Hit that notification bell so you guys can be informed when I do upload more content. And I definitely will catch you guys next time. HEJ signing out. Take care.